So we had some good questions, and one of these questions was, let me read it here. I would love some ideas on how to help our coaches establish themselves as the authority ahead of my partner and I. So I'm assuming we have an owner, and then they're basically looking for ways to make it so their coaches take ownership over the space to where members feel comfortable, not even just comfortable, but members feel like they should be going directly to those coaches. And that all has to do with how, a coach carries themselves. Do they represent an authority? There's a difference between positional authority and personal authority. Positional authority means you're in a position, people have to listen to you simply because you're in that position. Personal authority means you exude a certain type of presence where people want to respect you and look up to you regardless of the position that you're in. Now, when you have both of those things, that's when you're the most impactful. An owner for a facility tends to have both of those things inherently because they own the space and they have their heart and soul kind of in it, financially, time-wise investment, and all these other pieces. So they carry a sense of personal authority and positional authority almost inherently. I mean, there's some people who don't do this, but it happens very easily for an owner. Now, coaches are a different thing. Unless the type of person is naturally someone who exudes personal authority and who takes ownership over their stuff, it's hard to get that type of ownership and that feel from just a coach. So one thing that I think is really important is continuing to find ways that you can give coaches personal freedom. And that doesn't mean necessarily giving them ownership in a business. It means giving them autonomy. Things like not having to wear a uniform, basically choosing how you dress when you come in. Things like helping them set up their own schedule that fits their own needs, and then having the owner figure out ways to make it fit and feel like they chose their schedule. And I know this doesn't always work. Some people just have to do it a certain way. They have to come in on those times, but making it so the job feels like there's a lot of stuff in their control. Take the session plan or the lesson that's happening, giving them freedoms within the lesson as well as structure. So like with warm-up and workout, we've got our structure for the class, but within that structure, you can deliver it in different ways. And that type of freedom allows personal investment into the thing that they're giving. So it doesn't require a financial ownership for a coach to feel like they have ownership over what's happening in front of them. And I think that giving coaches freedoms like this within the confines of some sort of larger structure is what helps them get buy-in into the roles that they have, and it helps them earn personal authority in those positions if they don't naturally have it. This should allow members to see that and start to come to these coaches naturally for things that they would previously just come to the owner. It also has to do with those coaches prioritizing their relationships with the members over just the content that's being delivered. And I think that oftentimes owners do this naturally. They really, really connect with the members on a deep level because they understand that those members are paying them basically directly. And sometimes it gets lost in the general coach. So having the priority of the coach be the members and the service to them is another huge thing you can give people there. So those are my thoughts on that. Good luck.